Aquarius. Your energy came out in Capricorn's reading. I'm pretty sure other people's reading, but I can't recall. I just know it did come out for Capricorn to clarify the Three of Cups. But anywho, you have Scorpio energy coming through with the come through. We have death. The death. Stop. Okay, we have the death. You know, Scorpio's reading was titled, "You See Right Through Me." Someone was unnerved. They were feeling real uncomfortable. All right, this Scorpio energy did also make an appearance in Taurus's energy with someone also feeling unsettled, confusion. And this is around, like, it could be their self-worth. It could be about the relationship, the commitment here. Something is changing, or something is kind of like someone is you're coming across someone that just is different, okay? Or you are that different for somebody else, and they obviously feel unsettled about it. And it's kind of like, it's obviously triggering some type of transformation, some type of change, or, you know, like a different perspective, like, especially if it's kind of derived from Capricorn energy, and this is like solidifying a relationship, or like long-term, or kind of going all the way in with someone, like completely. That's different for someone in terms of like fully trusting or fully being vulnerable. Like, you kind of just, your energy, or you're dealing with these signs that I just mentioned, like, but your energy is kind of, obviously it's sudden, it's unexpected. And for a lot of people who are like set in their ways or believe one thing, like things can only be done one way, or they're used to one way, or in other words, set in their ways, your energy is very, very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. And your energy is very similar kind of to Scorpio in terms of, we know Scorpio ends things, right? But sometimes like an ending can occur, and it hits us out of nowhere. That hitting us out of nowhere is like, whoa, that's you. So example, when we talk about death, we can talk about it in a literal sense. Some people have warnings like, okay, somebody is about to pass, which would kind of be a tower. Tower, Scorpio energy, you can kind of see it. Like, you can see it slowly but surely. It's happening in slow motion. Your energy is happening. Boom, you wake up and it just happens. You didn't really expect it. But you guys' energy is kind of the same in terms of a change is happening. One energy is just, you can slowly see it coming, and then your energy, you don't see it coming, but regardless, the outcome is still the same. Something changed. All right, point blank and period. One person, one energy, you had time to prepare. Your energy, you have zero time to prepare. Okay, you don't know, you can't prepare for what you don't know what to prepare for, right? It's like you don't know what you don't know. Okay, until you need to know it. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, all right? I'm also seeing 111 at the top of this card. Never saw that before. So that's, you know, synchronicity here. There is definitely an ending or a change, and it's happening suddenly. And I feel like your energy is that suddenness for someone. It could be, I mean, obviously I am seeing trust issues, someone feeling like something or someone is too good to be true. Someone feeling scared, you know, feeling like someone, or thinking that someone has secret motives, plans, plots. You know, someone's feelings, they're not acting the same. Like, you can't really, someone can't really read someone anymore. So this is causing like fear. Someone is able to see through someone suddenly, right? Whereas before they weren't. Like, this is like someone who was like super, super emotional, and then now they're not. And that's kind of like causing fear for someone, because like they were dependent on those reactions, like to feel comfortable or safe. Like, you know, like example, you know, you're dealing with someone, and before they used to get all jealous and riled up and stuff, and it made you feel good on the inside because you knew where their mind was at. Right? You knew you had some kind of level of control over their emotions and their mind. Well, now that same somebody, suddenly Aquarius energy is no longer getting all riled up and mad, and so you don't really know what's going on. And that's scary for somebody. Like, something has suddenly changed within someone, and it's making someone else uncomfortable. Like, your energy is just making someone uncomfortable. Okay, like, it's not a bad thing. I just feel like it's not a bad thing. I was also picking up in Scorpio's reading, yeah, I was picking up on that. Like something just has changed as within, like somebody has changed inwardly. And so therefore they're acting different. And then it's kind of shocking your energy, Aquarius, shocking someone else. But nothing really has like quote unquote changed. Like it's like, you know, your energy is always misunderstood. Doesn't matter how much I try to explain it, your energy is always going to be misunderstood. And if we really think about it, no one really understands change. They don't know why, when, where, you know, like people don't want to understand that. They don't. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm gonna over explain. We have the Four of Wands coming out, which is talking about a relationship. Could be lover's energy, but it, you know, this is a long-term relationship. These are solid foundations that someone, you know, you're building. This is solid. There's a marriage union ceremony going on right here. Church in a little background here. Not funny. I don't know why I keep laughing. Okay, your energy, this could be like a it's interracial, or it could be same sex. Doesn't have to be here. This could literally just be meeting your match. Okay, you literally met your match, and this is making someone uncomfortable. The Scorpio energy also is telling me of a mirror as well. So meeting your match, you're mirroring someone or they're mirroring you, and this can be unsettling as well. Could be unsettling as well, especially, it's just unsettling. You know, people love to talk about twin flames and, you know, meeting their soulmate and this and a third. Well, a lot of times these soulmates and twin flames they're literally your match. They're literally your mirror. And, you know, you don't see everything, okay, in the mirror. Some people don't see everything. And I know they don't, because I see people's makeup, I see people's hair, I see some things, and I'm like, how did you not see that in the mirror? How did you not see that? You didn't see that you had a boogie in your nose? How did you not see that? You know, so people don't really see everything, okay, about themselves until it's mirrored back. All right, we do have the Strength card, energy reverse, Leo, which is your opposite. I really just feel like this is like a lack of confidence. Dare I say, I don't want to, maybe self-sabotage here. Or someone is just like lacking confidence, okay? Is really what I'm getting, because something has changed in this foundation, or someone is just acting different in the foundation of the relationship, and it's making someone insecure, or it is exposing someone's insecurities. And that makes someone very uncomfortable. Yep. It just really feels like, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone, or they're obviously in a relationship with you, you know what I mean. Somebody used to act a certain way and it made someone feel comfortable. It's like a false sense of confidence. It made someone, like, you know, when someone's getting all jealous over you, like it makes you feel like, you know, yeah, you know. But the moment they stop getting all jealous over you, you start to like, whoa there, hold up, whoa there, you know. In that moment, it exposes an insecurity, because you were only feeling like, yeah, confident in your relationship because somebody was showing you jealousy traits. You know, you felt confident when somebody was arguing back with you. And now they're not arguing back, so now you're sitting there like, whoa there. Why aren't they arguing with me? Do they not care about me anymore? Do they not love me anymore? I can't get a rise or a reaction out of them anymore. What's going on? Like, now there's an insecurity being exposed that you didn't believe or see that you had. You or them, or both of y'all motherfuckers. So it's like a false sense of confidence being exposed. You know, somebody used to go above and beyond to compliment you and everything, you know. Now they're not. Now you're like, whoa there. Am I even good looking anymore? Do I still got it anymore? Like, now you're like questioning yourself. So it's exposing a false sense of confidence. it seems like someone's behavior has changed, but I don't see their feelings have changed. So something is being exposed, okay? Someone's insecurity is being exposed here. And that's uncomfortable. And I do, going back to Gemini energy, we all have Gemini energy. We're all thinking. We're all talking. We're all processing information, putting out information, giving, receiving information, whether that's false news or what. But we are all always in Gemini energy, everything and everyone. And someone was just mentally thinking, like, is someone planning to, like, someone just was thinking that another had, like, ulterior motives, because why the fuck aren't you reacting the same? Why the fuck don't you show that you care the same? They gotta be up to something here. Like, I'm about to get punked or bamboozled. This is kind of the vibe. Leo, strength card energy reverse. Leo's reading was giving whatever they're selling, you're not buying. You don't trust someone. And I was getting trust issues in Capricorn's reading. And your energy showed up in there with the star card. It's giving trust issues, and but I think that it's misguided trust issues. Like you or someone else you're dealing with, they are projecting trust issues upon you. But really what's happening is they don't necessarily trust themselves, or they're feeling insecure, but they're projecting it on the relationship. Because someone's not reacting the same way that they used to here. Very, very interesting here. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. This Page of Pentacles was also coming out in Capricorn's reading, and I think it was clarifying the Page of Cups reverse. So this, to me, Page of Pentacles is similar to the Page of Swords, but this is about learning something. Page of Pentacles can talk about learning something, some new material, okay? Something that you can obviously carry with you until the end of your days. This is a new development. This could even obviously be like new information, and with that new information, you start doing things differently. Page of Wands. Or you start thinking differently, Page of Swords. But a lot of things that kind of change the way we act or think is contingent upon like new information or a new perspective or a new way of doing something. Like you see somebody doing something, okay, and then this just kind of triggers a different thought or different action. So this is that's actually very interesting here at the Page of Pentacles here. Death, Four of Wands. Yeah, look, we also have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You see what I'm saying? It's an opportunity here. But what is the opportunity? We have the Moon and the King of Wands reverse. See, so this to me is like unstable. I mean, the Moon already is unstable upright. So reverse, it's completely out of control. Completely out of control. This could also indicate fear. Then we have the King of Wands reverse, which the King of Wands is usually pretty, it's Leo energy, but it's pretty, they're fearless. The energy of the King of Wands is fearless, very, decisive. It's just fearless energy is kind of what I get. But with it in the reverse, and then the Moon coming out reverse, and then the Strength card coming out reverse, like somebody obviously, they're insecure, and therefore their emotions are in an uproar. They can't control it. The King of Wands does want to control. Okay, all of these things are reversed. Why is that? Why is it that when something changed in a dynamic, and usually Four of Wands energy does talk about stability and comfortability and familiarity, as well as the Moon, now someone is in the reverse. Their confidence is blown to shits. They're not feeling too good emotionally here. They're not feeling too confident or safe. Okay, the Moon talks about like the mother and feeling safe and all of that. Someone does not feel safe, and obviously someone is unable to make decisions, or they're fearful of making decisions because they don't want to make the wrong decisions. Somebody's kind of going through it a bit here. Someone is going through it a bit here because of a change. Well, I'll be damned. We also have the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The same Six of Pentacles was coming out in Capricorn's reading as well. So it's I don't know, man. It could be as simple as, you know, when you're in like the dating phase and like someone is doing something, you kind of get used to that. You kind of become dependent on it, moon energy. And then, you know, some time goes by, you know, you get more comfortable with someone. Like they kind of stop doing the things that they did when you were dating. And at that moment, you kind of start to question, like, do they even like me anymore? Do they even love me anymore? And so you kind of start to feel a little insecure. Even though before you were feeling real confident, like, yeah, like I feel so good about myself. I'm that B, I'm that dude. Like I got it in the bag. Ha 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 ha. La 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 la. And then suddenly something changes and you don't really know when it changed. You just know it changed, right? You kind of wake up one day like, wow, I just realized they don't do this for me anymore. Does that mean they don't? Now you got some insecure thoughts coming in, and then those thoughts kind of trickle into your emotions, and then you start acting different, moving different, and then, you know, shit like that starts to happen. Now the trust issues, now you kind of start self-sabotaging or trying to be strategic, Gemini energy, trying to beat someone to the punch that they weren't even really plotting and planning. Like, it's a lot that goes on here. You know, now you start like trying to hold back because you don't want to give too much. Six of Pentacles. Then someone notices and now that causes an argument, strife, Five of Wands energy, drama. Like, it's just some fucked up shit here. Yo, and it could all have been, I don't know, I guess prevented, maybe, possibly, maybe not. Like with the Death card, when things change, it doesn't always mean it's for the bad. Like, I don't know about you, whenever something has like ended for me, like I usually, something always better came about. And that's kind of what I'm getting with the Death card. And then there's the sun in the background. Like nobody can see the sun, which is crazy. A lot of people cannot fathom like a good outcome coming out of a fucked up situation. The Death card can be fucked up. Anything ending can be fucked up because we don't like change. We don't like change. We don't like things ending, especially when we're comfortable and dependent on something. Like, we don't like that. But there's usually always a good outcome with the sun energy in the background, in the foreseeable future. There's sun energy, happiness, like a better situation. But nobody wants to hear that. Nobody can really see that. They just see an ending or feel an ending and whatever else that comes with it. Nobody sees the sun here. So it's just, I'm kind of getting that energy. Like something obviously has changed in the dynamic. Someone is obviously changing and it's triggering someone's insecurities here. But honestly, it's for the better, okay? It's definitely for the better at, you know, at some point, all right? Because you shouldn't be insecure. It's not a good feeling. Nothing good comes from insecurity. It's just not a good energy. Especially when you start to project it on someone else. Like, you know, this is when, you know, someone cheats on you because they suspect you're cheating and you weren't. And so now you just fucked up a whole relationship because of a insecurity that you had that you then projected on someone else that was more than likely not doing anything. So now you just created some issues that didn't need to be because you had an insecurity, right? You start thinking someone is doing something, or you start thinking they're using you, or whatever the case is. So now you start, you know, pulling back and, you know, being distant. And basically at some point you're going to fuck up a relationship like that, only to find out, you know, someone actually really did care about you and this, that, and the third, wasn't trying to use you or anything, but you just fucked it all up because you had some type of information, or you thought you had some type of proof, Page of Pentacles, that somebody was definitely out to get you and they weren't. And now you just fucked up a good thing. Okay. All of this starts from insecurity. You think you got some proof, Page of Pentacles. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Alright, extended reading will be available on YouTube members or Patreon. Or you can purchase this as a one-time thing. All the links are in the description box.